You know, it used to be when I was a kid, I always wanted to be like some kind of a politician because they always had the power to bring home some bacon. You know, you go up there, you get something, you know, like Robert C. Byrd. I was driving in West Virginia a couple of weeks ago, and man, they got a ribbon of highways in West Virginia. They got all kind of infrastructure there. Now it's like we have a couple of bridges, the Western Hills Viaduct and the big bridge going across the Ohio River into Kentucky, the Brent Spence, that everybody agrees needs to be repaired, and like now. I drove by there a couple of days ago. I came from Kentucky, 5th Street, going on the bridge, and it's to me, it's a dangerous bridge anyway. Why in the heck are our local politicians so afraid of saying, you know, we need to bring some bacon home for this bridge before somebody gets killed or the damn bridge falls down? Why are you guys so reluctant to bring home the bacon?
Because they outlawed earmarks. I mean, that's basically what it is. There are no earmarks in our bills today, and with the appropriations process, it's much different. But we do have opportunities to try and make things better. If we can put some of our transportation infrastructure dollars into the hands of the state to decide, ODOT has some control, or even how they raise revenue. There's some thought of going around lowering the federal gas tax and allowing states to pick up the remainder, or however they see fit, so they can fund their own projects within their state and make those decisions on their own more. But also, in your point, I'm working with another freshman Congressman, John Delaney, the Democrat, who has the idea, and I think it's a good concept, about what we have as far as money overseas. We have so much money overseas in corporates, and they'll bring it back because of our tax rate. And if you could invest in bonds for infrastructure, for every dollar you do, then maybe you get two that you can bring back at a lower rate. And this will spur the amount of money that we have in our funds to take care of our transportation infrastructure, and it's a big deal. So it is being discussed. And certainly it's needed, and you're right about this bridge right now, because I don't want it to take till there's a disaster. You know, the president stood in front of that bridge when he was campaigning and said, we're going to build a new bridge. I haven't met him yet, and haven't had any discussions on that. So I think that there are a lot of ideas out there. I know that my opponent had an article in the paper not too long ago about his ideas. He's thinking outside the box. I don't know if I necessarily agree with taxing more, but I think if we lower certain tax rates, we'll actually have more income coming into our government to be able to take care of our infrastructure.
When you say you want the Fed dollars to roll to the states, let the states do the action. Governor Casey turned back $400 million on the train that a lot of people wanted. So what does that do for us locally if our local government says screw the feds? I mean, it's like, that doesn't do us any good. So, I mean,
that's So like Mr. Wenstrup said, the earmarks are outlawed now. But I want to talk about that article that he referred to, the op-ed I wrote a couple weeks ago. So it's, you know, how to fund the Highway Trust Fund. Right now it's seriously underfunded. There's a gas tax that's 18.4 cents a gallon, 24.4 cents a gallon for diesel. It hasn't gone up since the 1990s. But cars have become more fuel efficient, so we raise about $38 billion from the gas tax. The Highway Trust Fund needs about $53 billion, $15 billion short. So my op-ed was, I said, hey, listen, the gas tax isn't cutting it. Let's just get rid of the gas tax altogether. That's a $38 billion stimulus in the economy. Instead, how do we make this up? Well, the University of Massachusetts Amherst said, hey, you know what? If you put a small transaction tax on derivative trades, remember what got us into this financial mess in the after 2008, the mortgage-backed securities derivative trading? If we started doing small taxes on the derivative trades, it would raise $63 billion, $10 billion more than the Highway Trust Fund needs. And so let me ask you, all of you, how many of you buy gas? Raise your hands. All right. Now, how many of you do derivative trades? Raise your hands. All right. So I think I just lowered all your taxes.